Well, that's a concerning amount of water. Um, ah, Merry Christmas. Okay, that's a little bit better. Oh, oh, there's a break in the storm coming, maybe? Oh my gosh. Merry Christmas is flooding outside and inside the house. Hi, welcome to a new vlog. It is Saturday, and I have a lot to catch you up on. It ended up being an incredibly stressful Christmas. So on Christmas Eve, we had some minor flooding out of the downstairs toilet. We noticed that when someone was upstairs taking a shower, there was some like bubbles coming up out of the toilet downstairs, which was immediately concerning. And it really only got worse. So we had to do a bunch of restrictions on everything. I was freaking out, honestly having like PTSD. um, I think it happened before I really started vlogging and doing that kind of thing. But a few years ago, we had a pretty serious flooding event in the house. It was incredibly traumatic, and I hated every second of it. It makes me very paranoid anytime there's any kind of water emergency in this house. This house is cursed for water, unfortunately. So that was really, really stressful, especially on Christmas Eve. So we couldn't have really anything done on Christmas, but the day after Christmas, which was also launch day, was the day that the plumber came out and got everything all fixed up. Everything's fine now. It was just really stressful. So that was yesterday. And tonight I just finished running a session of D&D for the family, so that was really fun. And I'm going to be finalizing production stuff for tomorrow. We're doing production day. So, launch has been going well. We usually don't expect December launch to be particularly busy, so it's going about what I would have expected by now. I'll have to double check. I think it's like 12 or 13 orders at this point. So, definitely not bad. I think better than I was expecting, to be honest. Especially with the current state of the world. So it has been a rough last few days. I am really exhausted. I went to the gym on Monday and Wednesday and Friday, and now that I've added cycling, I'm there for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I'm really tired. I'm feeling the extra work that I've put in. I'm feeling all of the emotional weight of everything, and I need to get up early enough to go down to Michael's tomorrow before we do production day, because I need to go pick up some dried cornflowers for my apothecary design. I'm so tired. It feels like such a wild time to get laid off, because I had a couple of days that were normal right after the layoff. And then after that, everyone got sick, including me. And then that was last week. That was last week. And then this week was the holiday with Christmas. It's just, everything's bonkers. I feel like I have not established a new routine or a new normal at all yet. So, eh, it feels like it's been so many days and so few days at the same time. So, it's late. It's nearly 9 o'clock. I'm gonna go do comfy clothes time and finalize the last bit of video editing that I need to do for the vlog that went up before this. I think it's not gonna go up early on Patreon like it normally is. It's just gonna be up at some point on Sunday. But I'm gonna try and sleep in a little bit tomorrow. Actually, I think I'll sleep until late. How about that? That'll be good for me. Okay. So yeah. That's how Saturday's been. I'll check in tomorrow in the middle of production day, so we'll see you then. Hey, it's Monday, and I'm gonna get you a little bit caught up. So we had production day yesterday, so that was an all-day affair, as it tends to be. But we got all 4 soaps for the January collection done. You're gonna get a little mini preview because you're special. But those are all finished and ready to be cut down into bars, which we're probably gonna film this afternoon. And then after that, we're going to live stream and pack all the orders from launch week. I think we have 13. Let me look. Yes, 13 orders to pack today and get those out to the post office. And I have a lot of soaps that need to be packed up in their boxes. So I have the stickers that I got at the end of last week, and I just need to get those put onto the custom boxes that we have. And I'm realizing we are running very low on our custom boxes, which is a concern because it costs like $400 or $500 to replace them. I need to sell a lot of soaps, guys. I don't think we have an event coming up soon. I don't know. But I would also like to do a video that I might film this weekend of a like wrap of 2025 and talking about goals for 2026. I think I'll make that a separate video in all likelihood. But we got a lot done and I have more yet to do. So let's go ahead and get all these boxes packed, and then I have a neat little like camera bird feeder that my parents got us for Christmas that I want to put out in the backyard and put some bird seed in. And then we'll get going on some other tasks. So yes, let's go. Alrighty, so all of the soaps are now packed up in their boxes and ready to be taken upstairs and put on the shelves. I have a bunch of other soaps I need to put away from our last event too, so I'm going to have probably some more fast forward here in a minute, but I want to see if I can go ahead and put up the new bird feeder real quick. So we're going to install the bird feeder right here, so it's in kind of like a safe area for the birds, and it's also, if I get photos from it, it's the backyard and not like the front of the house. There we go. Alright, birdhouse. And now we're going to put in the solar panel. There we go. All right, we just need to add some birdseed. Not bad. Not bad at all. So these are for like fruit. We put little fruit on here for the birds, and then these are jelly feeders. I don't have any jelly for birds, but I'll see what I can do. There we go. All right. Yeah. And everything has been put away, so we are looking good on the shelves. I put some of these new storage bins that I've got out here I don't know for sure what I'm going to put in them yet. Maybe the acrylic charms? I don't know. We'll see. But the collection soaps have all been put away, and it is time pretty soon here to go eat some lunch and then go film cutting the January soaps. All right. Hey, guess what? We're done filming!
Yeah!
Catching Cat doing stuff. Haha. All right, so that is it for filming for the January collection, which means pretty soon we got to start working on designs and a theme for February so that I can place orders for fragrances. I think we have like a week to get that done.
I want to do Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist again?
Like
only Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah!
Oh, that might be hard. I don't know, we'll see.
Edward?
No! You're a monster. Okay, I'm gonna shut off the camera before they do more because we gotta get set up for streaming and I gotta make dinner. Okay. Bye. Hi, good morning. It's Tuesday. I have just dropped off all of the launch weekend orders and I am about to head out to go have lunch with my old coworkers. It's just a fun little thing. So once I come back, I'm going to hang out with the kids for a little bit because my son wants me to take him to the park to go fly his drone that he got for Christmas. I did get a bunch of listings and labels done for the January collection, so everything is ready to be printed and ready for product photos. Everything's done on that front, so check, all done. I did some file management today. I got old videos moved on to my external hard drive, so that way I can get started working on the new videos for the January collection. I haven't moved those off the camera yet, but that'll be later today. I have a co-working session or coaching session with Kelsey Rodriguez today at 4. So that's going to make making dinner a little difficult. I might have to get that off over to Kat. And I think I might try and make a run to Costco today to get some groceries because we're a little low on a bunch of basics. So we'll see how everything plays out, but that's the current plan for now. But I haven't eaten yet today, so I'm going to head off to the lunch with my old coworkers because I'm hungry. So I'll check in later. Well, I just came up here so that I could move the January collection up to this top shelf. Sorry about the banding. That's a slight problem. That's the salt attracting moisture, and then the salt was rolled in mica, and so it's just pooling. That's a concern. Uh-oh. It is Wednesday, and I'm practically catching Kat doing a thing. Almost.
You're trying.
Trying. So Kat is wanting to make a... Would you focus, please? Thank you. Kat's wanting to make a room spray. So witch hazel, fragrance, distilled water, and then some little tester bottles. We have some larger ones if this works out. Are you planning on doing this now or later?
Well, you stated you wanted to go to a certain store that we've been trying to make it down to for like weeks now.
Yeah, I do want to go. I want to go to Restore for Habitat for Humanity, and then also it would be a good excuse to drive by Restaurant Depot and pick up some oils.
Yeah.
So is that something you want to do now or later?
Now, and then I can do this later. This isn't going to take that long to do, so yeah. I can do it later.
That's what I was thinking, like, if you wanted to do it now. Okay, cool. Well, then, let's get ready to go, then. Sweet. Alrighty, we're at Restore. I'm excited. Alright, well, Restore didn't really have anything that we wanted. Too bad. You know, it happens sometimes at places like that. So we went ahead and we hopped over to Restaurant Depot because it's not too far away from the Restore. And we restocked a little bit on oils. Spent way too much. Spent $257, $258. Got a lot of oils though, so that's good. Got, what is this, 30 pounds of olive oil, 30 pounds of rice bran oil, and then 10 containers of coconut oil so that I can get a couple of master batches done. Well, Happy New Year. It is Thursday the 1st. And I thought I was going to be making a couple batches of Rough Boy, but apparently we're out of Dragon's Blood. So I'm going to be making a couple batches of Lollipop Guild instead, using Viva La Juicy. Whatever I end up working on, I need to use up the last of the oils in this bucket. Go. So that I can master batch this out. So I need to be able to do a couple of master batches, and to do that I need space in the big bucket. So we need to do at least 2 loaves. And we are dangerously low on Lollipop Guild, and it tends to sell pretty well, so I think we're going to go ahead and get that done. It's a very low usage rate fragrance. No. Ugh. Won't need very much. Got Flower Girl and Sky Blue. And then I'll be adding titanium dioxide for the third color. Dangerously low on titanium, too. Just barely see them off screen over here. I did 2 master batches of lye, because we were low on that. I have a lot of restocks to get done, especially with the amount of in-person events I have planned over the next couple months. And a bitch is trying to, you know, get more sales and stuff. And to do that, one needs soap. So I'm going to go over this more in a separate video talking about plans for 2026, but Kat and I already got all of the themes for this year, not next year, this year, figured out, so we can start working on designs. And I really just want to be on top of things as much as I can be. Ugh. Come on. There we go. When in doubt, smack it. Added some water into that. How's that for soap making ASMR? You into that? There's no way. No way anybody likes that. Okay, and let's see, for 2 batches, I need, oh my god, math is hard. 43 ounces of lye. I don't know if 43 is going to fit in here. I guess we'll find out. You know what? I haven't put my hailing clay in yet. Now we can add lye. Okay, no, we fit. We're good. Okay. Okay. I don't want to blend too much. I want to leave myself the chance to blend the colors in, especially with the titanium. Looking pretty good. Let's get our molds out. Let's go. That's it for that one. Well, that's 1 restock done. So that'll be 30 bars of Lollipop Guild. Excellent. I can check at least something off of the list. But I am definitely going to need to go through and check all our materials. and see what I'm low on, so that way we can make more. But in the meantime, I think I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the master batch that I need to get done. Okay, so I'm gonna get started on master batching out some oil. I have 3 of these 5-gallon buckets. One of them is the one that we have the spigot in. That's bucket A. We have bucket B and bucket C. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do 3 whole master batches, but I'm gonna try. Because the less work I have to do later, the better, frankly. That does mean I'm going to have to bring in all of the oils that we bought yesterday in out of the car, because I have not brought them in yet.
What?
Look, they're heavy.
No, that's fair.
Okay, well, I already need this stuff around the car, so let's go get that. Oh, she's heavy.
Alright, so Emmett said he wanted Domino's for dinner, right?
Yes, apparently.
That's what I was about to broach was if we get the lava cakes and only the lava cakes and we do something else for dinner, would that be okay? As long as you get the lava cake. You're making a face. You actually want more than just the lava cakes. Because I know sometimes you just want the cake. Okay. See, this is why we talk. So that I know where you're at. Because sometimes things are different. Alright, apparently it's more than just the cake today. Have you maybe heard of a utility knife?
I don't have one over here. But you know what I do have? I have a pail opener.
Yeah, that seemed like a lot more work. Have you considered getting yourself a utility knife?
I have a utility knife. I just don't have one over here. Right now, where I am currently functioning.
That's why I usually keep mine on my belt.
Yeah, well, generally I don't just walk around with a knife.
Why not?
Because I don't. I don't have a lot of use for a knife in my everyday life.
You say that until you're wearing a knife. And it becomes a lot more convenient to use a knife for...
You know, and that sounds like what you're telling me is when you walk around with a knife, all problems look like they can be solved with a knife.
And frequently, it's true. You saw how I solved the bag of lettuce?
Did you knife the bag of lettuce?
Yes.
With your utility knife?
No. With the knives on the little magnets.
You knifed the lettuce?
Yes.
Why would you knife the lettuce?
Because when I went to look for scissors, they were not there.
See, and this is why. Like, you're wandering around with a knife, looking at problems and determining that they're knife problems.
How is opening a bag not a knife problem?
Why would you open a bag of lettuce with a knife?
Because the knife made it quick and easy.
That's right, Emmett. Pure chaos.
Chaos.
Your father is chaos. To be clear, there's a very real possibility this knife conversation is going into my vlog now.
You're going into your what?
My vlog.
Oh.
It's funny.
Is it now?
Yes.
I mean, I suppose it's funny that you could have used a knife and somehow chose not to.
Oh my gosh. I'll be talking about this a little bit more in the 2026 business plan video that I intend to make in the next few days. But one of the big things that I really want to do is focus on building out our core collection to be better serving all of you. And one of the common requests that we've gotten from both regular customers and new customers that I'm taking notes at events that we're going to see what people are asking for is a lemon soap. So this is going to be a lemon verbena soap that I want to add to our core lineup. So that's going to be things like Coffee Drip and like My Soul and Lavender Fields. That's our core lineup, along with our Pride soaps, obviously. But I want to add something that's lemony. Like right now, Bunny Bar is a musky scent that people have been asking for. So I think next what I need to consider is something sort of earthy or woodsy, because that's been a common one. And I wanted to make sure this one had a different look pore-wise than some of our other soaps. So I didn't want it to just be a drop swirl or an in the pot, because we already have that. So I wanted to do both colors poured at the same time out of separate containers. It was messier than I quite intended it to be. I'm sort of sitting here second guessing my life choices right there before cleaning it up. But I think it's going to be a really good addition. I don't have a name for it yet. I'll have to figure something out, because I'd like it to still be something fun and cute like the rest of the core lineup has. And we'll see. If you have any ideas or suggestions, I'm probably going to put out an email soon asking for what people think it should be called. And I'm realizing we're in Sacramento, and I think that's Lakers colors? I'm sorry, I'm not a sports girl, and it's not meant to be Lakers. Oops. Should have gone with Sacramento Kings colors, I guess. I don't know how I feel about that one. We'll see how it looks when I cut it, but I've committed to 2 loaves, which was maybe stupid, but here we are. I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll see how it's looking tomorrow when I cut them. And then I think after that, we're going to call it for this vlog. So I don't want to leave you hanging on the cut. So let's just jump to that, shall we? Good morning. We are ready to cut these down into bars. So here's the first one. Boom. There it is. Here's one more for you. Excellent. Yeah. Okay, now to try out this new lemon verbena bar. Looking pretty okay, I think. I don't know. I'm still feeling kind of middle of the road about it. See how it looks when it's cut. Okay. Hey, not bad.
Cute. I like it.
It's a tiny bit muddled, but, you know, it could be worse. There's a second one. Excellent. Not, you know, better than I was thinking it was going to be, so I'll take it.
I was confident it was going to be cute, and I was right. Take that, Raven.
Okay. The second loaf. There we go. Not bad at all, I think, actually. So there's the final shot here of Lollipop Guild and our yet unnamed lemon verbena bars. I think these are good enough to go into the core lineup. I think this was a good choice. I don't know, I gotta come up with a name for it now. Something fun that'll go along with the rest of the collection. I think we're gonna go ahead and call this vlog here. It is plenty long, and I need to finish editing it. So thank you for coming and hanging out. As always, I appreciate it. And go have some water, go have a snack, go have a nap if you need it. And I'll see you for the next one. Bye!